Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, new direct air service between Belize and Panama to begin in December. Police investigate homicide in Belize City, and a new insurance fee causes major problems for students at the University of Belize. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
The Belize Tire Depot, your one-stop destination. What you will find is a first-class selection of solid, dependable, quality products from the names you can trust. We carry a full line of urea and SureTech tools and equipment to meet every need, from light maintenance around the house to heavy-duty fieldwork. Our tire workshop features the full array of Pirelli, Nexen, and Nankang tires for every vehicle and any terrain. Our trained technicians' number one priority is to ensure you and your family's safety and security on the road. It's all here at the Belize Tire Depot. From reliable equipment, world-class time-tested tires, to sturdy, durable tools. Merchandise that's built to last with quality guaranteed.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
More vehicle owners are switching to the PureGuard line of motor oils, and with good reason. PureGuard comes in different grades and specifications. It carries the API certification and comes with the Westrac stamp of approval, guaranteed to make your engine run cleaner and longer, up to 10,000 miles. With PureGuard motor oil, your engine will have less wear and tear, give you maximum performance on the road, and give your vehicle better fuel mileage.
PureGuard, good quality, affordable oil.
Distributed exclusively by Westrac Limited, with branches in Spanish Lookout, Belmopan, Belize City, and Orange Walk Town. Here now is the news in details. Copa Airlines will begin offering 2 weekly direct flights between Belize and Panama starting on December 8th. The announcement was made this morning during a press conference in Belize City. The new service to Belize is part of Copa Airlines' expansion of its route to 31 countries in the Americas and the Caribbean. Belize is a 7th destination added to the Copa Airlines route in Central America. According to an official press statement announcing the new air service to Belize, Copa Airlines flight CM281 will depart the Philip Goulston International Airport at 2:17 p.m. on Tuesdays and Fridays. It will be a 2 hours and 20 minutes flight, landing at the Tocumen International Airport in Panama City at 5:34 p.m. local time. The return flight from the Hub de las Americas in Panama City, Panama, is scheduled for departure on Tuesdays and Fridays at 11:29 a.m., landing at the Philip Goulston International Airport at 12:52 p.m. local time. The airline plans on utilizing a modern Embraer 190 aircraft with capacity for 94 passengers, 10 in executive class and 84 in the main cabin. Police in Belize City have launched a manhunt for a Honduran national following the discovery of the body of a woman early this morning. Acting upon information received, police went to number 4533 Morning Glory Street, where they found the body of this woman, 21-year-old Merlin Elizabeth Herrera Mejia, in one of the rooms at the house. According to police reports, Herrera's body had 2 large cut wounds, one to the neck and the other behind her left ear. Police say that the person of interest in this homicide investigation is Herrera's estranged common-law husband, Ulysses Manuel Mayorga. A motive for the murder has not yet been determined, but police suspect that it may be the result of a domestic dispute. Investigations continue. Students of the University of Belize are hopping mad, and the full fury of their anger is aimed squarely at a decision by the country's national university to implement a $45 insurance fee. Students are complaining that the insurance fee is being sprung upon them, and a notice put out by the University of Belize makes it clear that the fee is mandatory beginning the new academic year in August, and that the students who do not buy into the insurance scheme will not be allowed to complete their registration. There is very little else known about the new UB insurance program, except that it is named the UB Black Jaguars Accident Protection Policy, and it is being offered through the Insurance Corporation of Belize. UB's Public Relations Office has been unreachable for comments on the new accident insurance policy or to respond to concerns from the students. In the meantime, UB students continue to light up social media, railing against the new insurance fee, which is being sprung on them on the eve of the commencement of the new academic year. The UB notice makes it clear that the $45 fee is to be paid in full, and students are saying that it is an additional burden on their already tight education budget. We'll keep following the story. Members of the Pomona 4-H Youth Development Club continue to plan activities for the young people in the area. The club met on Tuesday of this week and discussed upcoming events and other issues relating to the club. According to a post on Facebook, the leaders heard from the attendees of the summer camp held at the 4-H Center in Belmopan. They also listened to an account given by one of the youth who represented the club at last Saturday's annual general meeting in Belize City. The Pomona 4-H Club is one of 8 and that is currently in operation around the country. And there are plans to encourage more young people to form 4-H clubs in other parts of the country in the coming months. The Toledo Institute for Development and the Environment, TIDE, continues to assist in the conservation efforts and the sustainable use of our marine resources. The organization this week reported that lobster fishers of the Port Honduras Marine Reserve have benefited from training in using alternative methods of catching lobsters. With support from TIDE, the lobster fishers were able to complete the process of building new lobsters shades based on training from fellow fishers in Punta Allen, Mexico. According to TIDE, spiny lobsters love shelter, and the covered structures attract them as well as baited traps. But the added benefits of these casitas, as they are known, is that once in the water they require minimal maintenance and are easy to monitor. The casitas also provide shade and habitat for the lobsters and act as a nursery. Additionally, they have minimal impact on habitat and coral reefs. TIDE says that traditional traps can drag along the seafloor, disturbing habitats and even crash against reefs during storms. But the casitas, made from sustainable materials, stay in place on the seafloor, and fishers can more readily fish legal-sized lobsters. TIDE says it is happy to support such efforts, contributing to better yields for fishers and to the sustainability of the industry. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. Stay tuned for more of the day's stories right after these messages. More vehicle owners are switching to the PureGuard line of motor oils, and with good reason. PureGuard comes in different grades and specifications. It carries the API certification and comes with the Westrac stamp of approval, guaranteed to make your engine run cleaner and longer, up to 10,000 miles. With PureGuard motor oil, your engine will have less wear and tear, give you maximum performance on the road, and give your vehicle better fuel mileage.
PureGuard, good quality, affordable oil.
Distributed exclusively by Westrac Limited, with branches in Spanish Lookout, Belmopan, Belize City, and Orange Walk Town.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
You too can ride off into the sunset. Milon motorbikes are very affordable. There's a high availability for parts and a wide selection of models to choose from. My Milon, my bike. Available countrywide.
The news continues. The Pan American Development Foundation has donated clinical care kits for the care of patients with Ebola virus disease to the Ministry of Health. The donation, with the cooperation of the Republic of China Taiwan, is part of a larger regional effort designed to help countries prepare for and control a potential outbreak of Ebola. According to an official release, the project is a direct response to a request from U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and other world leaders for increased international cooperation to better address the potential threat posed by Ebola worldwide and in the Americas. The official release says that in the event of an Ebola outbreak, the equipment can be quickly deployed to hospitals and other care facilities to protect medical personnel as they treat patients. Each kit contains personal protective items that meet the rigorous standards of international health organizations, including gowns, goggles, respirators, masks, gloves, biohazard bags, aprons, and other essential gear. According to international health experts, quick access to such equipment is essential to prevent the spread of the virus. At the handing over of the donation, the ambassador of the Republic of China Taiwan, Benjamin Ho, pledged the commitment of his country to emergency preparedness in the Americas and to the provision of assistance that meets high priority local needs that can ultimately save many lives. Executive Director of the Pan American Development Foundation, John Sambrayo, has expressed gratitude to Taiwan for facilitating the project to help the region in its readiness to respond to the deadly Ebola virus. As we reported on Tuesday, the Pan American Development Foundation is also involved in another project funded by Taiwan. This one being the 13-month-long Community Preparedness and Resilience Project to help prepare and protect vulnerable populations in Dangriga Town and Hopkins from extreme weather and the effects of climate change. The Secretary General of the Organization of American States, Luis Almagro, today presented to the Permanent Council the conclusions of the report that he received from the recent mission to the Dominican Republic and Haiti, and his proposal of the new organizational structure for the OAS. For more on the story, here is OAS TV.
The Secretary General of the Organization of American States, Luis Almagro, today recommended the establishment of mechanisms of dialogue between the Dominican Republic and Haiti to resolve the situation in the border zone between the two countries. During a meeting of the organization's Permanent Council, the OAS leader presented recommendations from a report based on a recent OAS technical mission. The first recommendation was that the OAS try to facilitate a dialogue between the two countries and help to organize a meeting between them at a location accepted by both sides. He also proposed the establishment of a mechanism of understanding for the transfer of people between the two countries. Further, The OAS leader recommended using the good offices of the OAS to strengthen registration processes and to request that national authorities and the international community seek ways to help the most vulnerable persons. The OAS technical mission to Haiti and the Dominican Republic took place between July 9th and 14th. The full report of that mission was sent to both governments on July 28th.
The presentation of the report by Secretary General Almagro was done during the regular meeting of the OAS Permanent Council today in the Simon Bolivar Hall at the headquarters of the organization in Washington, D.C. The news on the national channel. More vehicle owners are switching to the PureGuard line of motor oils, and with good reason. PureGuard comes in different grades and specifications. It carries the API certification and comes with the Westrac stamp of approval, guaranteed to make your engine run cleaner and longer, up to 10,000 miles. With PureGuard motor oil, your engine will have less wear and tear, give you maximum performance on the road, and give your vehicle better fuel mileage.
PureGuard, good quality, affordable oil.
Distributed exclusively by Westrac Limited, with branches in Spanish Lookout, Belmopan, Belize City, and Orange Walk Town.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
You too can ride off into the sunset. Milon motorbikes are very affordable. There's a high availability for parts and a wide selection of models to choose from. My Milon, my bike. Available countrywide.
A slight increase in moisture is expected in the next 24 hours as a weak tropical wave crosses the country. The general forecast for Belize and her coastal waters is for skies to be cloudy at times tonight. Tomorrow will be sunny with some cloudy spells. An increase in showers is expected in the south and along the coast tonight and tomorrow morning. Winds over the open sea and along the coast will be easterly at 10 to 20 knots. The sea state will be choppy to moderate. Low temperatures tonight will be around 78 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 73 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 70 degrees Fahrenheit up in the hills. High temperatures on Thursday will range from 88 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 95 degrees Fahrenheit inland. It will be a warm 82 degrees Fahrenheit up at the exposed areas of the mountain Pine Ridge and along the Maya Mountains in the south. The tides. A high tide is now occurring. This will be followed by a low tide at 17 minutes past 2 o'clock in the morning. The sun will rise at 5:31 tomorrow morning. It will set at 27 minutes past 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. The extended forecast, valid through to Friday, is for some cloudy spells with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mostly inland tomorrow afternoon, and then becoming generally isolated on Thursday night and on Friday morning. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Michael Gentle at the Belize Weather Bureau. For the latest on the hurricane season, here now is the tropical weather update.
And I want to look back actually over the entire hurricane history going back to 1851. So that's every hurricane that we know about, and each of those little red lines is a track. And the broad strokes here are that you've got an easterly flow that takes these things up, and then we begin to see the westerly winds across the U.S. affecting them and turning them up and sometimes out to sea. Now, what's interesting is that of all these hurricanes, and there have been 875, 280 86 made landfall. So that's a 1 in 3 chance that if there is a hurricane that develops in the Atlantic Basin, that it is going to make landfall in the U.S.
To finalize the news, here are the main points again. New direct air service between Belize and Panama to begin on December 8th. Police investigate homicide in Belize City, and a new insurance fee causes major problems for students at the University of Belize. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.